Yo, what up, world? 502 King Paul coming to y'all with another video, man. So, in this video, I want to take a moment and speak on, your smoking partners, your weed buddies. One thing that anyone who smoked or been a pothead, former pothead, whatever, in your life, you know that you find yourself in some friendships with some people that you likely would not have become that person's friend, or even maybe even spoken to that person had y'all not had that common habit of smoking weed. For instance, when I went to college, man, I started to come into contact with a lot of different people from different cultural backgrounds, different people from just different, just totally different kind of people than the people that I would normally hang out with. And solely because we both smoked weed, I would find myself in rooms with people that I was like, man, this is an awkward crowd here. This is a crowd that I normally would not be around, but we're all smoking. We all got different strands. We're all getting high, so you find yourself kind of linking up with these other people and forming a bond. And that bond, sometimes it can be more than smoking, if you find that you have common interests outside of smoking. But if you come across these people where the only thing that you have in common is smoking, it's not a true friendship, man. It's just truly not. But needless to say, if you smoke for an extended period of time in your life, if you smoke for years, more than likely, majority of your friends, if not all of your friends, are also going to be people who smoke. And this is for a couple of different reasons. For one, when you are someone that smokes, you want to also be around other people that smoke, because for one, you feel like they're not judging you for smoking. And not saying that everyone who doesn't smoke is judging someone who does smoke, but it's just it's kind of a guilt that we carry around, man. I know myself personally, when I smoked, like I said, I didn't want to be around people who didn't smoke. It made me feel bad. I'm like, man, I have this addiction, I have this thing going on in my life that I really don't want to be smoking from sun up till sundown every single day, or feel like I'm dependent or addicted to this substance. But it doesn't feel as bad when I'm around other people who also smoke. When you're around someone who does not smoke, it kind of lifts that veil up, and you're like, man, like this person is living their life completely fine, completely sober. And, I feel like I'm less than for whatever reason. I'm just speaking from my personal perspective in life, man. That's the reason why I personally kept a lot of people at bay in my life. It's the reason why I didn't enter a lot of friendships, relationships with even certain women, because I'm like, okay, if you don't smoke, then it's going to make it kind of awkward when I'm around you and I'm smoking, or I'm high, or I feel like I'm off my square, and here you are completely sober. Or maybe even that you'll get tired of just being around someone who's high all the time. It's really more of a self-confidence thing, where, in this guilt where you just don't feel that great about yourself when you're around someone else that's sober. So for that reason, you'll tend to see that if you choose to stop smoking, a lot of your friends, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of your smoking buddies, partners who you just link up with just solely based around smoking, they're not necessarily going to want you to be around quite as much, because it's like holding up a mirror to themselves of like, okay, this person stopped, it's not impossible, why can't I stop? And that's just, coming from both sides of it, man. I've been the person who smokes heavily, and then someone around me sober and I felt uncomfortable, and I've been the person who does not smoke and been around the people who are smoking. And it's just kind of this awkward feeling in the air when they're passing around a blunt, bond paper, whatever, and you don't take a rip, you don't take a hit. So it's unspoken, but it's definitely there. It's definitely an awkward feeling, and you can feel it in the air, man. Again, I'm not saying that you can't have friends who smoke and you don't smoke. You can definitely still have friends that smoke, but you have to realize that you're not going to be included just as much because you don't have that thing. And they may feel a kind of way, even if you don't feel any kind of way about them. They may feel a different kind of way about you because you decided not to smoke. Another thing is, when you are in these friendships, man, it's kind of like, I look at it like a potluck. When you have these smoker friendships, it's kind of like a potluck, and everyone brings something to the table. A lot of times when you link up with a few people, all of you are going to have a weed. All of you are going to have your own weed, and you're going to bring it to the table, you know, and they're bringing some weed, other person bringing some weed, other person bringing some weed, and you're not bringing anything to the potluck. You're going to be less likely to be invited around for the simple fact of you don't have anything to offer to this activity. Like I said, it's no different than just going to a dinner, you know, a big dinner at someone's house, and everyone brings a dish, and you're the one that shows up with just you know, just yourself. Not even saying that you really intend to eat, but you just show up with yourself. It just makes it a little bit awkward. It's like, okay, you know, why did we even invite this guy when everyone else brought food? Why did we invite this girl when everyone else brought food? And she's just standing around, you know, just conversating but not eating or not partaking in the same type of activity that we're partaking in. So you just got to realize, man, and this is not a video to say to cut off your friends that smoke. If you have true solid friends and they smoke and you don't, if you have family members that smoke and you don't, understand you can still have those relationships, but your relationship is going to change. It is going to become a little bit different because now you're no longer adding to that equation. You're no longer in that same club, so to speak, to where you smoke. I was at a family event, I don't know, about a month or two ago. I can't even remember, about a month ago. And you know, everyone there was smoking, and it was kind of that weird feeling again where, you know, that everyone's passing around a blunt, and it gets to me, and it's like, I'm straight, I'm good. Oh, you still don't smoke? No, I'm good, I'm cool, man. I don't think I'm gonna go back that route. And you know, it may, you know, your family's gonna love you regardless, but it was still that awkward feeling of like, okay, you know, this is weird. You know, he's here, and he's the only person not smoking, and, you know, it's kind of weird. Like I said, you don't have to cut off these relationships, but realize that your relationships will change if you decide to stop smoking. I do not think that this is a reason that should hinder anyone. If you decide that you want to stop smoking, then this should not hinder you from stopping, just because you're scared of how these relationships will change. True friends, true family that love you, that care for you, that are really there for you, they will not cut you off, and you won't cut them off just because they smoke and you don't, or vice versa. You know, it just is what it is, man. But one thing that I would suggest is that when you are going on your journey and you decide that you want to stop being a smoker, when you decide that you want to start living more of a sober life, I would say that it's good for you to go ahead and start trying to build more friends. I'm not saying that you have to cut off those friends, but start getting more friends that are more into the things that you like to do. So if you like to work out, if you like to play basketball, if you like to do art, if you like to do poetry, if you like to do music, whatever the case is, man, try to find you some people who are also interested in those same hobbies, but they don't spend majority of their time smoking. That way there's not that awkwardness or anything like that. You can have your friends you go and chill with and they smoke. You can have your friends that you go and chill with and y'all do other things outside of smoking. So hopefully this video was helpful, man. Hopefully this video was beneficial for each and every person watching this video. If you like anything about this video, anything at all, take a moment, go down below, like the video. Also leave a comment, let me know what you think about this whole, you know, about the weed buddies. You know, if you have any personal stories, if you are that smoking friend that kind of drifted away from other people who did not smoke weed, if you're the person who stopped smoking weed and you drifted away from the person, or they drifted away from you because they smoke weed, you know, just leave a comment. Let me know what you think, man. This is more of a community, and just, you know, interacting with each other really helps out greatly. I think each and every person who watches this channel, each and every person that comments, subscribes to the videos, to the channel itself, man, I truly, truly am thankful for each and every last one of y'all, and I pray that this video is making a positive impact, and that this channel is making a positive impact on this world. It's 502 King Paul. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. I'm out.